Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to EOSN. I'm your host, Elon Olive, and we continue our coverage of the first ever EOSN Baseball Classic, a one-and-done elimination tournament featuring all the teams of Major League Baseball. Tonight's matchup will be one that is looked at by both of these teams as a huge one, of course, because it is Game 2 of our AL divisional round featuring the Minnesota Twins taking on the reigning world champion Toronto Blue Jays. Let's look at the brackets and see how they got here. As you can see, the Toronto Blue Jays, they had a great regular season. That was, of course, determined randomly. Actually, no, they were given the #1 seed because they are the reigning world champions that will be determined randomly from here on out. So they had a great regular season, and they won their only game so far against the Texas Rangers. Final score there was 3-1. Minnesota Twins, however, have had quite the journey to get here. First, they knocked off the Tampa Bay Rays 9-3. Then the Yankees 3-1. Winner of tonight's game will take on the winner of that classic Cleveland-Boston matchup and what would probably be our final radio broadcast, as I will be ordering the final part needed for our capture card so we can have hopefully high-definition coverage from here on out. But until then, enjoy this retro coverage of the game. And there's our game screen right now. As you can see, it'll be Ervin Santana taking on Marco Estrada. And I think we are ready to get this one started. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. And I think we are ready. Come on, play a game. All right, so as you can see, Twins at the Blue Jays. Should be a beautiful night for baseball. Quick counts will be on. We're enabling presentation mode, so hopefully we'll have introductions of all the batters. And it is clear skies. So there we go. There's our bracket. As you can see, the Diamondbacks will take on the Nationals in our final divisional round matchup on our next broadcast. I can't tell you exactly when that would be. Ideally, I would hope that it would be tomorrow, but my schedule has been so crazy, you never really know. So, as you can see, we are here at the AL divisional round. Winner will take on the Indians as we join you in a packed Rogers Center here in the Great White North, home of the 2016 world champion Toronto Blue Jays. Beautiful night, as you can see here. And now we got enabled game sound as well. I don't know if you can hear it very well, but I do need to hear it. Devin Travis, Josh Donaldson, the offensive leader, with Marco Estrada and J.A. Happ leading on the defensive side, with Peralta and Dozier leading off for the Twins. Ervin Santana versus Marco Estrada should be a great matchup. Winner will move on to the American League Championship game. That game hopefully will be Sunday. I can't guarantee, as I said, my schedule is a little packed. Also, apologize for the glare. We've tried to minimize that as much as possible. But like I said, hopefully this will be the final time we use this unique production style. So, we're ready to move on and we're ready to go. Marco Estrada will take to the mound for the Blue Jays for this AL division round. And here come the Blue Jays onto the field. hearty roar here for the home team. As we're finally ready to start this one off, as you can see, there's a comparison. Irvin Santana, 6'2", 175 pounds, 33, 11 years pro, while Estrada, 6 foot, 200 pounds. There's the starting lineup, of course, highlighted by Miguel Sano batting third. And, of course, Johnny Peralta will be the designated hitter. Joe Mauer batting all the way down at sixth. Marco Estrada, once again, 6 foot, 200 pounds, age 32. Had a postseason to remember last year, as he was a big reason why the Blue Jays are the 2016 World Champions. Once again, winner of this game will take on the Cleveland Indians in the AL Championship game. Should Toronto win that, of course, that game will be here. Should Minnesota win it, though, that game will be in Cleveland. Eddie Rosario leading off for the Twins. And before we get going any further, let's look at the batting order for each team. As you can see, Rosario will lead off. He's the left fielder. And I'm just going to take a quick snapshot so I have my lineup card. All right, and I think we are ready to roll. Joining on a 2-1 count. Estrada, the right-hander, facing off against Rosario, left-handed batter. And the pitch, this one. Fly ball into center field. Should be an easy play for the center fielder, Pilar, who puts that one away. One down. And this could not be any better of a start. As you can see, there's the defensive lineup for the Blue Jays with Miguel Montero, starting catcher for the Blue Jays, over their usual catcher, which his name is slipping my mind right now. Next up for the Twins will be, my picture is way too fuzzy. I'm going to get another one really fast. Escobar. Let's try that again. There we go. That's the one I want. Eduardo Escobar will be the next batter. Joining on a 1-1 count. Once again, righty versus lefty. And the pitch. In the zone. 1-2. Estrada looking in, gets the sign. And the delivery. This one fouled off. Estrada sets, gets the sign from Montero, the delivery again. That's going to be low, and it's now even at 2-2. Estrada taking his time. Has only thrown 8 pitches so far, and he's already gotten out. Delivers again on a 2-2. Fouled that one off by Escobar. Tell you what, the Toronto Blue Jays fans would love to see their team goes back-to-back, because this one goes right up to the mound, and that's going to be a base hit pretty easily for Escobar, and that'll now set the stage for Miguel Sano. And Estrada looks like he might have been hurt. We'll see if we have a new pitcher. Doesn't look like it, as Miguel Sano will step in. Big home run hitter. Counts 1-1, righty to righty. First matchup we've seen like that tonight. Estrada looks in, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. There's a look at the field setup by the Blue Jays. Pretty normal. Bottom of the first, 1 out, runner on first. No score here early in this one. And the pitch by Estrada. As Sano will foul that one off. It's 1-2. Estrada trying to pitch the Blue Jays into their second AL championship scenario. Outside, it's now 2-2. And you got Brian Dozier on deck for the Twins. And the pitch again. And that's going to be a check swing, but it's in the zone as down he goes. And Estrada now has 2 down. Gets the mighty Miguel to strike out. Beautiful placement there by Estrada. And now we'll see Brian Dozier, 31 the count. Shift is straight up, outfield depth normal. The pitch. That's up high. He walked him. Runners on first and second, and now that'll set up Johnny Peralta pretty nicely. He went 1 for 5 in the Twins' victory in the last round. And the pitch by Estrada. Strikes him out, and that's going to end the first inning for the Twins. So the Blue Jays will have a chance to respond. It's 0-0 on one hit. Minnesota currently leading this one away, as it's no score, and the Blue Jays will have their chance. Devin Travis, Kevin Pillar, and Josh Donaldson, the scheduled hitters in this first inning. Then you got Joey Bats, Kendrys Morales, Troy Tulowitzki, Steve Pearce, Miguel Montero, and Ezekiel Carrera. Irvin Santana, 6'2", 175-pound, 33-year-old right-hander for the Minnesota Twins. Big game for him tonight. Twins were number 5 in the AL, trying to make it all the way to the AL championship. There's your offensive defensive setup for the Twins. Byron Buxton highlights a pretty good outfield. Keep an eye out for him to make some web gems tonight. Big stage, big moments. That's when superstars usually come to play. Devin Travis, the second baseman, first leading it off for the homestanding Blue Jays. Counts 1-1, righty to righty. Only 2 pitches thrown by Santana, and here comes pitch number 3. Swing and a miss at a pitch going outside. 1-2. Santana has a very unique style compared to most pitchers nowadays as he delivers, and that's going to be high and away. 2-2. ID Jester, if you're watching this now or if you're watching it on demand, I know you like the Blue Jays. So hopefully this is a good game for you as Santana delivers. This one's going right up the middle. Beautiful stop by the second baseman. Escobar throws it over to first, and that'll be out number 1. And now Kevin Pillar, 1 for 1. Or 1-1, and the pitch as he fouls this one away, righty against righty. As this one's fouled off. Pillar keeping everybody on their toes. Counts 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. Josh Donaldson on deck as Pillar hits a little blooper, but it bounces right into the glove of Joe Mauer. That'll be it for him, and it's 2 down. As you can see, there's your bracket. Winner of this game will play Cleveland. Winner of the Arizona-Washington game in our nation's capital will play the Dodgers in the AL championship game. One of these Six remaining teams will be playing in the World Championship as Josh Donaldson will come in. 1-1. Outfield straight is normal and shift is straight up. The pitch. This one, ground ball right to Maurer at first. He'll take it over himself, and that's going to do it for the first inning. So nobody makes any big moves in this one. So we're going to have to be a little bit more patient for some action. It's 0-0 going into the second. Joe Maurer leading off for the Minnesota Twins, the first baseman, former catcher for the Twins, looking to get stuff done. It's 1-1 the count and the delivery. This one fouled off. It's 1-2. Estrada takes his time and the delivery here. Fouls that one off. Count is still 1-2. Estrada trying to get Maurer to go out as Maurer is being stubborn and saying, not right now. Due up for the Twins is Joe Maurer, Jason Castro, and Max Kepler. As that one's going to fade away inside, Maurer backs out and was smart not to swing at it. It's 2-2. EOSN broadcast schedule. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have the Diamondbacks and the Nationals in the NLDS, as this one is grounded perfectly to the second baseman, Devin Travis, who makes the grab. Wasn't even a ground. It was just a laser beam hit right at him. Makes the catch, and that'll send Maurer packing. Anyway, hopefully we'll have Arizona and Washington tomorrow as we join with Jason Castro on a 2-1 count. Catcher for the Twins, and that's going to be in the zone 2-2. Anyway, Arizona and Washington tomorrow, hopefully. And then Sunday, hope to have at least one of the championship games for you. It'll for sure be the NL championship, as this one is a popper. Over to the first baseman, picks it up, throws it to Estrada. Then he got there in time. Down goes... down goes Castro. Great play by Morales. Here comes the right fielder, Max Kepler. And then moving on into football after that, before we'll get some football games done before we move into the championship for baseball, as that's going to be in the zone. Kepler checks his swing, and down he goes. So Estrada keeps cruising here in the AL divisional round. It's 0-0 going into the mid-second. Look at that one stat, though. The only hit recorded thus far is by the Twins. Toronto needs to get something going. Anyways, football will open up hopefully in the next week, and then we'll get going with that tournament. Jose Bautista, designated hitter for the Blue Jays, joining on a 2-1 count, righty versus righty. Shift is to extreme left, and that's going to be way inside. Outfield depth is deep. And the pitch. Fly ball high, and this should be an easy play by the second baseman, Brian Dozier, who makes the catch, and that's going to be out number 1. And here comes Kendrys Morales. As this one is fouled off across the first baseline. First baseman Kendrys Morales will now join it on a 2-2 count. And the pitch. This one beautifully hit along the third base line. That could be extra bases. Left fielder taking his time getting over there, but Morales doesn't have the hurry to get moving. Otherwise, that could have been huge. The left fielder, Eddie Rosario, just did not have the speed to get there. Here comes Troy Tulowitzki. (1-1) where we're going to join this one at. That's the first hit for the Blue Jays. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on. Straight up, and the depth is double play. As that's going to be outside. Good pitch by Santana, just didn't fool Tulowitzki at all. Tulowitzki taking his time. Sorry, Santana taking his time. Now the pitch. Tulowitzki looks at one right down the center. 2-2 the count. Santana sets. Kicks and fires. That's going to be inside. 3-2. Steve Pierce on deck for the right fielder for the Blue Jays. Full count. Big at-bat here. And the pitch. This one grounded beautifully to Miguel Sano. Sano to second. Back to first, and they got him. Double play for the Minnesota Twins. So not only do they eliminate the run threat, they get out of the inning. It's still 0-0 going into the third. Each team has collected a hit. Byron Buxton, Rosario, and Escobar due up for the Twins. We join Buxton with an 0-2 count. And the pitch. Buxton, ground ball, picked up by Devin Travis, fires the first, and that's going to be out number 1. And here comes the left fielder, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 1 with a fly out in the first, so it's early, but so far the results have not been what he would like, I'm sure. Right-handed pitcher versus the left-handed batter. Not a great matchup if you're any one of these guys. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Sets at the belt, kicks and fires. Fouls that one off. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count. Estrada delivers. And Buxton's just going to stay alive. Fans wanting the second out. They're not going to get it quite yet as Buxton will continue to foul, or Rosario will continue to foul. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a good strikeout by Estrada. And now we'll go to Eduardo Escobar, the shortstop, with 2 down. What a pitch by Estrada. Absolutely kind of fooled him. Started on the outside and worked its way in. We go to a full count to Escobar. Shortstop. And the pitch. This one. Shallow into right field. That's a base hit for the Twins. So the Twins have a 2-out single by Eduardo Escobar. And now we'll see Miguel Sano. Perfect opportunity for his bat. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. Looks like we're going to join it on a 2-1 count. as he takes his time stepping into the box. Shift is straight up. Depth is normal. Runner on first. 2 outs. 2-1 count. Righty to righty. The pitch. Sano fouls that one off. Sano trying to make this a Minnesota ball game. Trying to get the lead. 2-2 count. And the pitch. This one, ground ball beautifully into center field. That's going to put the runner on third, and Sano's going to hold at first. So runners on the corners. And now we'll get Brian Dozier with a chance to score Eduardo Escobar to give the Twins the early lead. Beautifully hit by Sano. Dozier, 1-1 count. Righty to righty, runners on the corners, 2 outs. 52 pitches thrown thus far by Estrada, and 53 will be fouled off. 1-2. Top of the third. And the pitch. Gonna be outside. 2-2. Umpires in the seats wearing blue and white did not like that call, but gotta roll with what's given to you on a Friday night here in Toronto. And the pitch. And it's a full count with Johnny Peralta on deck. Estrada's got to shake this off and figure out how to get out of this inning and get out of it quick. Runners on the corners, full count, big at-bat here, big opportunity for Brian Dozier. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a huge strikeout by Marco Estrada. And the Blue Jays kill the threat. It's still 0-0 midway through the third. Steve Pearce, sorry for the out of focus. It'll hopefully find its focus soon. There we go. Steve Pearce will be the new batter. 0-2 to the right fielder. And the pitch fouls that one off. So it'll be Pearce, Montero, and Carrera for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the third. And 0-2 pitch in the dirt. It's now 1-2. Santana trying to get that control, trying to get everything going for himself. Santana looking in. Kicks and fires. Fly ball, right field. Should be an easy play for Kepler as he makes the catch. And now here comes Miguel Montero. Montero on the Cubs last year. Now he's on the Blue Jays. 1-2 count. Left-handed catcher. Righty versus lefty, and the pitch. Montero doesn't fall for it. It's now 2-2. Castro gives the sign. Santana likes what he sees, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's now 2 down for the for the Twins. Santana pitching a gem thus far. As now we'll see Ezequiel Carrera. His first at bat here. Counts 1-2. Righty to lefty. And the pitch. Pop that one high. Running over to make the play is Sano. And he reaches over, makes the catch. Oh, no, he doesn't make the catch. Sorry, sometimes it's really deceiving with their broadcast style. They don't exactly show the ball. Swing and a miss, but it's in the dirt, so some housekeeping to do as Castro fires to Mauer, and that's going to end the third. It's still 0-0. 4 combined hits through 3. Minnesota will start the 4th inning with Johnny Peralta. Peralta, Maurer, and Castro for the Twins. Joining on a 1-1 count, Estrada had a clutch strikeout to end the last inning, while Minnesota had runners on the corners. The pitch by Estrada is going to be in the zone, up 1-2. Estrada takes a deep breath, and here we go again. And the delivery. This one into left field. Should be an easy play for Carrera, who makes the catch. Pitch speed comparison, Irvin Santana thrown 93. Estrada slightly under with 90. So both pitchers are bringing their stuff, and they're having pretty good days. The fact that we are in the top of the 4th and it's a 0-0 game with only 4 hits combined between each team speaks of that, as Maurer, who's 0 for 1, will come up 1 for 1 the count, or 1-1 the count. And that's going to be high. It's 2-1. Estrada had big wins last season for the Blue Jays to help them win a world championship. Would like to do the same, as that's going to be in the zone. It's 2-2. Estrada taking his time. Sets, and the pitch. And it's now full count with Jason Castro on deck for the Twins. Rogers Center packed to the brim tonight, as Estrada sets and delivers. And that's going to be outside. Maurer gets walked. And that'll now bring up Jason Castro with the runner on. He barely missed. That call really could have gone either way, just happened to go the way of the Twins. Castro, the catcher. Double play depth, outfield straight up. 2-2. That's way outside. Estrada misses badly, and it's full with Kepler on deck. 1 out with a base runner on. Big opportunity here for the Twins. Looks, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 2 down. And now Kepler's going to have to get the job done for the Twins tonight. Keep the line moving is the name of the game. If they can get Kepler, then they'll get Byron Buxton. 3-0 count. Don't swing unless it's close is the rule here. The pitch is in the zone. It's 3-1. Estrada trying to battle his way back from a 3-0 count against Kepler. And the pitch. This one, fly ball into left field. Back goes Carrera to the wall, and it's off the wall. That's going to put a runner on second as Maurer rounds third, headed home. The throw is not in time, and the Twins score first, thanks to an RBI double by Max Kepler. Beautiful hit by Max Kepler. Just puts this one just shy of the wall. And that gives Maurer all the time in the world to get there. Byron Buxton with a 2-1 count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 2-2. Taking his time. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Estrada gets out of the inning. But the damage has been done by the Twins. Max Kepler, RBI double. And the Twins lead 1-0 going into the bottom of the fourth. Devin Travis 0 for 1 for the second baseman. For the Blue Jays, they got to answer back now. 1-1 count. Righty versus righty. Bottom of the fourth and the pitch. That's going to be outside the zone, and it's 2-1. Santana taking his time, looking in, and the pitch. This one, ground ball, beautifully picked up by the second baseman. Brian Dozier fires to first. And that is going to be out number 1. Center fielder Kevin Pillar 0 for 1 with a line out in the first will be the next batter for the Jays. 2-1 count. And the pitch. This one, fly ball in the right field. Easy play by Kepler. And now we'll get to see the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. A man with the power and the skill to tie this game up with one swing. The pitch. Reaches for that one, pops up in front of Santana, who fires it to Maurer. And that's going to do it for the fourth. So, through 4, it's 1-0 Minnesota. Can they build on it? We'll find out. The Twins trying to go for the upset and punch their tickets for Cleveland to the AL Championship game. Eddie Rosario 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Will lead off for the Twins. It'll be Rosario, Escobar, and Sano, the scheduled 3 for the Twins. Joining on a 2-2 count, Estrada about to throw pitch number 78. As Estrada into left field. Carrera back to the track, makes the catch, and that's going to be out number 1. Sorry, that was Rosario. Now here comes Escobar. Shortstop. 2 for 2 with 2 singles tonight, so he's having a great game. Joining on a 0-2 count, Estrada went after him early. Pitch number 80 on deck, and now it's on the way. This one, ground ball, hopper, picked up by the first baseman, Morales, and that'll do it for out number 2. And here comes Miguel Sano, 1 for 2 with a single in the third. Pitch number 82 coming on a 1-1 count. Throws it. And checks his swing, but it's outside. 2-1. So we'll see number 83 in the 5th inning. 1-run game right now. Minnesota leads 1-0 thanks to an RBI double by Max Kepler, which scored Joe Maurer. And the pitch. It's going to be low. 31 with Brian Dozier on deck. Estrada looking in. Sets. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 3-2. Good pitch location there to Miguel Sano. Full count, 2 outs. Estrada trying to get out of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout by Estrada. He keeps getting them. It's 1-0 midway through the 5th. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. 5 combined hits between Minnesota. Only one of them are Minnesota and Toronto. Only one of them going to Toronto. Here comes Jose Bautista. 0 for 1 popped out in the second. Designated hitter will be Bautista, Morales, and Tulowitzki for the Blue Jays. Joining in on a 1-1 count. Pitch number 46 from Irvin Santana. Shift to the extreme left. as Bautista hits it into shallow right field. Running over to make the play is Dozier, who makes the catch. Or sorry, that's Maurer because of the shift. And that'll be out number 1. Comes Kendrys Morales. Blue Jays trying to get the job done. Currently down 1-0. They've only gotten 1 hit, and it's come from this man, a single in the second. Pitch number 48 on the way on a 1-1 count. Righty to lefty to Morales. That's low, and it's 2-1. Less than 50 pitches thrown by Minnesota starter Irvin Santana. Good start by him. And it's a ball, so we'll see pitch number 50 in this at-bat. But still, to go 4 1/3 in 50 pitches, that shows that Santana can go pretty deep in this one. And Morales takes one on the inside corner. 3-2. Taking his time, and the pitch again by Santana. Fouls that one off. Into the left field stands. Missed the tying homer by very little. 3-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout by Santana. So Morales goes down. And now we'll see Troy Tulowitzki, longtime Colorado Rocky, only his third year with the Toronto Blue Jays. He was injured for most of the season last year, came back right before the AL championship round, and helped them win a world title over the Washington Nationals. Full count. Shift straight up, depth normal. Righty to righty the pitch. Too low. Fouls that one off. But he was going for the tie there. As this one, fly ball, but it's going to be on the wrong side of the first baseline. Running over to make the catch is Max Kepler. What a play, and it's going to be Dozier, Peralta, and Maurer at the top of the 6th. It's 1-0 Minnesota. The reigning champions running out of time. Only 1 hit through 5 innings for the Blue Jays. Brian Dozier will lead off for the Twins. We join it on a 1-1 count. Righty to righty. Not an empty seat in the house here at Rogers Center. As Estrada goes outside, it's 2-1. Sorry for the shaking computer, just checking on something. As Maurer will foul that one off. And it is now 2-2. Blue Jays fans on their feet, wanting this strikeout. And the pitch outside, full count to Dozier with Peralta on deck. Estrada. '89 on the way as Dozier flies ball into left field. Ezekiel Carrera back to the track, makes the catch. And that'll be out number 1 in the top of the 6th. And now here comes the designated hitter, Johnny Peralta. Joining on a 1-1 count. Shift is straight up, depth normal for the Blue Jays. And the pitch. It's going to be outside, 2-1. Estrada looking in. About to throw pitch number 91. And 91 is going to be a ground ball to Troy Tulowitzki over to first to Morales, and that's going to be out number 2. And now here comes Joe Mauer. 0 for 1 with a walk, but he was the guy that scored on the Max Kepler RBI double. Estrada would like to end the inning with him here. 3-2 count, ground ball to Kendry Morales, and that's going to end the top of the 6th frame. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0. Minnesota, only 1 hit by Toronto. Big story tonight, as Minnesota might be playing from a defensive standpoint, as Chris Heston is in the bullpen for the Twins. Steve Pearce, Miguel Montero, and Ezekiel Carrera, the scheduled 3 for the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 6th. Joining on a full count. Pitch number 61 all the way on the way from Santana. The delivery, swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number 1 here at the bottom of the 6th. Irvin Santana has thrown 43 strikes and only 16 balls through 59 pitches. Absolutely dominating performance by him so far. Here comes Miguel Montero. It would be very smart for the Twins to back up this great start by Santana with more runs. 1 run might not be enough. We'll see. Montero, 1-1 is going to be outside, and it's 2-1. And Santana doesn't like the ball that just came back to him, so he's asking for another one. Santana, one of those guys that has been around the league for a while, and this may be his best chance to win a world championship. And should the Twins win tonight and then take care of business against Cleveland, you would think he would be in the running to start the game, the World Championship game, as he strikes Miguel Montero 2-2. I mean, what other pitchers do the Twins have? And the pitch by Santana. Man, Montero will foul it off. On the other side, the Blue Jays, because they chose to start Marco Estrada tonight as he fouls that one off, means they're either probably going to start Stroman or J.A. Happ for the World Championship game. It was Happ who got them the win last year. They would probably use Stroman in the AL Championship game. Santana looking in, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and down goes Montero. On the other side of that bracket, or on that situation, is what the Indians are currently looking at. Corey Kluber is the scheduled starter, as we see Ezekiel Carrera on a 2-1 count. He's the scheduled starter for the AL Championship game, but could they start Trevor Bauer as Carrera goes on the wrong side of the third baseline? Could they start Trevor Bauer in hopes for saving Kluber for a World Championship start? Who knows what's going to happen, but I will tell you this much. I will not be making those decisions, as a ground ball is in and out of the glove of Miguel Sano. Good recovery, fires to Mauer in time to end the inning. But I will not be making those decisions. Matter of fact, those decisions will be made randomly. Oh, PC battery is running low, so I will plug in right quick and in a hurry. As I was saying, those decisions will be made randomly. I will literally roll a dice on the 3 available starters for each team to decide, or the 1 available, or whoever's available to start. The only rule I have is you cannot start 2 games in a row. So we'll see what happens. The Dodgers right now dealing with a very similar, sorry, computer's shaking around because I'm plugging in the cord and we are literally sitting on a stool. Kepler, 2-1 count. As Kepler, ground ball, picked up, fires, and that'll be the out that the Jays are looking for. As now we'll see Max Kepler. So my apologies, that was Jason Castro. Top of the 7th. 1-1 count. Kepler, who already made his name known in this game, with another chance as it's outside. Anyways, as I was saying, the only rule I have in the final 3 rounds, you cannot start 2 games in a row. So Estrada would be available technically for the World Championship game, should they make it that far. But we'll burn that bridge when we get there. As Kepler hits that one about a mile, but in the wrong direction. And the pitch. Up and in. It's 3-2. Byron Buxton on deck for the Twins. Estrada taking his time. Now sets at the belt. Kicks and fires. This one fouled on the wrong side of the third baseline. Probably really grateful because Miguel Montero would have gunned him down. Instead, we'll go again. 3-2. The pitch. That's high, and Kepler's walked, so Byron Buxton will get a chance with 1 out. Estrada, 8 strikeouts through 6 1/3 innings tonight. Has allowed 1 run. He would get the loss, but it's a shame because it's only a 1-0 game. This thing could switch very quickly. Byron Buxton 0 for 2 on a 2-2 count. Shift is straight up, but at double play depth. And the pitch. Fly ball into left field. Morales should make this catch, and he will. Kepler will stay at first. As you can see, not an empty seat in the house here at Rogers Center. Now we've got Eddie Rosario, the left fielder. Going to be joining it on a 1-1 count. Estrada has thrown 108 pitches through 6 2/3 innings. Same thing. Shift is straight up. Depth this time normal. Trying to get the 1 out. And the pitch. This one, ground ball, hopper, Estrada to Morales, and that's going to do it. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's still 1-0. It'll be very interesting to see the pitching situation that the 4 remaining teams will put themselves into. The Dodgers most likely will start Yu Darvish in the NL Championship game and save Clayton Kershaw, hoping for a World Championship start. 2-1 count to Santana. And we will pause our commentary 1 second for husbandly duties. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to take care of something for my wife that I told her I would do when my timer went off as Kevin Pillar strikes out. And the Blue Jays running out of time. Josh Donaldson. They need him to come up big right now. Getting very concerning. It's a 31 count. Nobody on, 2 out. 1-0 Minnesota. AL division game. And it's now full count as that one caught the outside corner of the zone. And the pitch. Donaldson, fly ball into center field. It's going to get down. This should be extra bases as Donaldson rounds second, heads for first, and he's in for a stand-up double. And that'll now bring up Jose Bautista with a 2-out double by Josh Donaldson. Huge hit there. Irvin Santana, 7 strikeouts through 6 2/3 innings pitched. He's now allowed 2 hits. And now the Blue Jays trying to make this a tie game. And that's going to do it. That'll end his night as the manager for the Twins has come out and said, hey, you've done a good job for us, dude. Let's bring in the bullpen and finish this one off. We've only technically got to go 7 more outs. Chris Heston, 6'3", 195, 27-year-old right-hander for the Minnesota Twins. Inherits a runner on second in the form of Josh Donaldson, and he'll face Jose Bautista with 2 down. Bautista has popped out twice. He's 0 for 2. By process of elimination, that's not a very good night for him. 1-1 count. And the pitch. This one fouled, and it's now 1-2. Heston trying to get out of this inning and move on to the 8th. Checks the runner. And the pitch. Fly ball into center field. Back to the track goes Buxton. He makes the catch, and that ends the threat. It's still a 1-0 Minnesota game. Through 7, going into the 8th. Minnesota can start thinking about what the next step might look like. But it's only a 1-run game. They need backup. And Ryan Tempera, the 6', 180-pound, 28-year-old right-hander for the Blue Jays, will now step onto the mound. Officially closing the book on Mark Estrada. 1-1 count, righty versus righty. The pitch. This one, ground ball, picked up by the second baseman over to first, and that's going to do it. One of these days I'll remember who what the second baseman's name is. So there you can see it. There's the comparison. 7 innings for Estrada, 6 2/3 for Santana. Santana did not allow any runs, only 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. As you can see, 3 walks and 8 strikeouts for Estrada. Devin Travis. All right, I'll remember that now. Here comes Miguel Sano. 1-1 count. Shift is straightened up. Depth is normal. 1 down and the pitch. It's going to be outside. Tempera trying to get us into the 9th inning. And he would like to give his team a chance to get the lead so they can bring in Osuna, reigning World Championship game MVP. And the pitch. This one, ground ball, picked up by Donaldson, fires to first. That's out number 2. So Tempera comes on in relief, and he's doing a good job so far. 2 batters faced, 2 outs. The lone run in this game coming in the 4th, thanks to an RBI double by Max Kepler, scores Joe Mauer. Brian Dozier, 0 for 2, walked in the 1st. Here in the top of the 8th. 3-2 count. Fans are on their feet, wanting this out and wanting to move on to their turn in the 8th. This one, popper into shallow center field, and it's down for a base hit. And the Twins find a way again. And now here comes the DH, Johnny Peralta. 0 for 3, grounded out in the 6th. 3-0 count. No change in the outfield or the infield. And the pitch. Walked him, and now you got a runner in scoring position. And Joe Mauer will be up. The franchise icon for the Twins, longtime Twin, was their catcher a while back. Now he's migrated to first base with the signing of Jason Castro from Houston. Twins fans, this is the quietest I've heard them during a postseason in a while. 1-1 count. Can the Twins add an insurance run? Mauer grounds this one, picked up by Tulowitzki, fires the third, gets the out. And that's going to end the middle of the top of the 8th. Morales, Tulowitzki, and Pierce will be up in the bottom of the 8th. Find out if we'll have a new pitcher for Minnesota when we get back. Looks like we won't. Glenn Perkins is in the bullpen, however, and as Kendry Morales will step in. To face Heston. 0-2 count. Shift extreme to the right, depth normal. And the pitch. Way inside, almost hit him. It's now 1-2 count. Heston trying to get out of this, set it up for the closer. And the pitch. That one's fouled off. It's 1-2. Heston looks in and fires. Outside, 2-2 count. Missed badly. As Morales fouls that one off, it stays 2-2. And the pitch. This one, ground ball, past the third baseman. It's past Sano. Beautifully placed hit. As that one rolls out of play, but he's already at first. So the tying run is on. Morales hits a beautifully placed hit, fights the shift, rolls into center, into shallow left field. And now Ryan Goins will be the pinch runner, ending the day for Kendry Morales. A chance to even this game up. Troy Tulowitzki 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Would love to get something going here. Shift is straightened up. Depth is double play. Heston, 1-1 count to Tulowitzki. The pitch. In the zone, it's 1-2. Team hits tonight, 3 for Toronto, 5 for Minnesota. The very first baseball classic. And we're in the AL divisional round. Winner will go on to face Cleveland in the AL championship game. And the pitch. This one, ground ball, picked up by the shortstop to second, to first, double play. Good play by Eduardo Escobar to kill the threat. And now here comes Steve Pierce. And now here comes Ryan Presley, 6'3", 210-pound, 27-year-old right-hander for the Twins. On to get the out and send us to the 9th. Outfield is normal, infield's normal. The pitch to Pierce. This one. Laser beam right through the second baseman, Brian Dozier. This is going to roll almost to the wall. It's going to be extra bases. Pierce is in with a stand-up double. And now we got Miguel Montero. Presley, first batter faced, and that just absolutely fools Brian Dozier as he doesn't get there in time. Montero is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Tying run is in scoring position. Montero has played with Arizona Diamondbacks and the Chicago Cubs before being signed by Toronto after being released by Chicago. 1-1 count. Sets, checks the runner at second. Presley to Montero. That's going to be in the zone. 1-2. 2 outs, runner on second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Minnesota leads 1-0. Bottom of the 8th. AL divisional round game. 1 and done. Win and go on. Lose and go home. Montero fouls it off. Big moment. A chance for the Blue Jays here. Will they capitalize on it? Montero fighting and fouls off. Swing and a miss, and the answer is no. The Blue Jays hit by the clutch bug tonight. Whenever they get a chance, they don't capitalize on it. We go to the 9th. It's still 1-0 Minnesota. And Tim Meza will be the new pitcher for the Blue Jays. 6'3", 24-year-old right-hander. And Russell Martin will lead off and play first base for the Blue Jays. Jason Castro 0 for 3 with a ground out. 1-1. And the pitch. Castro, fly ball into left field. Carrera is there. Makes the catch, and that's 1 out. And now here comes Max Kepler. 1 for 2, but that one hit was probably the biggest of the night. The RBI double. Back in the 4th, that scored Joe Mauer. That's the only run in the entire game. 1-2 count. Lefty to lefty, the pitch. In the zone, and down goes Kepler. And Meza trying to send this one to the 9th inning in a hurry. Byron Buxton now 0 for 3 with a flyout in the 7th. 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 9th, Minnesota leads by 1 as he fouls that one off. And the pitch. Fouls that one off. Meza kicks and fires. Bleh. This one, ground ball, but it's on the wrong side of the third baseline, so Buxton will have to hold up and retreat. Meza with the pitch. In the zone, and down goes Buxton. So that ends the top of the 9th inning. Bottom of the 9th coming up. It's do or die for the Toronto Blue Jays. If they want to defend their world championship, they're down by 1. Minnesota Twins 3 outs away from making the AL championship game an AL Central showdown. Glenn Perkins, the 6', 215-pound, 33 left-handed closer for the Minnesota Twins, will now come in to make his play. Three outs away. Ezekiel Carrera will step in. We'll join it on a 1-1 count. Lefty to lefty. And the pitch. In the zone. It's 1-2. Perkins taking his time. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss, and that's one. So the Twins lead by one, bottom of the ninth, AL divisional round. Devin Travis will be the batter for the Blue Jays. And then Kevin Pillar is on deck. As Travis swings and misses, it's 2-2. Perkins, lefty to righty, a showdown he likes. Sets at the belt, takes his time, kicks, delivers. That's going to be low. Full count with Kevin Pillar on deck. Bottom of the ninth, it's a 1-0 Minnesota game. Win and move on, lose, and your season is over. And the pitch. Fly ball. Center field, Buxton making a run. Should be the play, and he gets it. It is now 2 down, bottom of the ninth. Minnesota leads 1-0. Kevin Pillar, the final hope for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 7th. The Twins are 1 out away. One count. And the pitch. Pop that one high and foul. Blue Jays down to their final strike, the 2016 World Champions. Hanging on for dear life. 2-2, bottom of the ninth. 2 outs, Minnesota leads by 1 in this one-and-done game. Perkins sets. Ground ball right to the second baseman, fires to first, and the Minnesota Twins knock off the reigning champions and win the AL divisional round game. An upset, a number 5 seed comes in here and knocks off the number 1. And the boos rain down from Rogers Center. The 2016 World Champions will not be the 2017, will not be this world champion. I need to get out of the habit of saying years, because for all I know, I may get on a roll with these tournaments and do multiple tournaments a year. The MVP, no doubt, will be Ervin Santana, I'm sure. Yep. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 7 strikeouts. What a game for him. And he pitches the Minnesota Twins to an upset victory here in the Great White North. Santana was absolutely on fire, and he's probably the lead candidate to pitch in the World Championship game should they beat Cleveland. So there's the box score for Ervin Santana. And the Twins win this one, and we'll make it official. Final score here, Toronto, 0. Minnesota, 1. And that officially sets up the AL Championship game in Minnesota, actually. Cleveland is a number 7 seed, so Minnesota will host this one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this EOSN broadcast. We will see you in our nation's capital when the ball flies between Arizona and Washington. Take care.